Hey y'all, so today is Wednesday, June 23rd, and I am currently 14 weeks and 2 days. And here is the bump. And as you can see, we did have to go to the emergency room because my morning sickness decided to come during my second trimester. So I was about 13 weeks and 5 days, and that's when morning sickness hit me really bad. And I can't keep anything down, not even anything. Like, even if I don't eat or drink, I'm still vomiting really bad, throwing up bile. So I got extremely dehydrated, and my OBGYN told me to go to the hospital to get some fluids and to monitor the baby. So I haven't eaten any actual food in 5 days now, and they did find bacteria, a little bit of bacteria in my urine. So they're treating it as a UTI, which seems common and seems like it's not a big deal, but an untreated UTI is how I lost my last pregnancy at 13 weeks, and now I'm just 1 week after finding out I have a UTI again. So I'm just stressed and trying not to stress or think too much about it, because we did catch it before it even got bad. And I'm taking antibiotics. I'm on day 2 now. I have 3 days left, and I take it 3 times a day. Sorry, my eyes are closed. I have no energy. Again, I haven't eaten in 5 days. I'm trying my hardest to stay hydrated. So I've been drinking water, cranberry juice, and Pedialyte, and it all comes up. But as soon as I vomit, I try to drink more. So that's the update. Again, this is the bump. We are getting bigger. So yeah. Hey y'all, so clearly I'm in hospital. I am currently 17 weeks and 4 days now, and today is Saturday. I think it's July 17th, and at I believe 13 weeks and a few days is when I got the UTI, and that's the last video that you all just saw. That's when my vomiting and everything first started. So I was in and out of the hospital then, and none of the medicine was working, and then it got worse and it turned into hyperemesis, Gravidarum, I believe that's what it's called. So I couldn't keep anything down, even when I was taking like my prenatals, or if I drank anything to take the medicine. As soon as I drink it, it comes up. So I literally had no fluids, no nothing in my body. So I called my OBGYN, and they told me to come here to the hospital. I came here on Thursday, and again, I had nothing in my body, and they were concerned about the fluid in my sac where the baby is. So they kept me here, and I've been here for 2 days now, or 2 nights, and I'm gonna be going home today. Yesterday, I finally had the urge to eat. They put me on like a clear liquid diet, so I was only eating like broths, and they gave me Jello, but I don't like Jello. So like broths and Jello and Pedialyte juices and Ensure juices and stuff like that. I've been drinking a lot of apple juice. That's all I drink, apple juice. So they took me off of that clear liquid diet last night, so I was able to I got chicken tenders and french fries. I ate half of that, so that's good, and it stayed down. So I'm currently on my 3rd bag of fluids, and yeah, I'm gonna be going home today. They just brought me lunch because I didn't eat anything out of my breakfast. So I think that's mashed potatoes, and I think it's sweet and sour chicken and mixed vegetables. I'm gonna probably eat the mashed potatoes or something. And then if I keep this down, then they're gonna send me home. So my fear is that I will feel better in the hospital, because typically I normally feel better in the hospital because of the fluids. And then I go home without the fluids and it's like back to vomiting. But hopefully this is the end of it. Hopefully I start to slowly get my energy back and my appetite back, because this is not it. And the baby is fine. She's just measuring really small, like 2-3 weeks behind actually. So I always ask if I should be worried about that, and they keep telling me no. So yeah, I have to go to my specialist office on Monday because my AFT, I believe it is, blood work, where they test for open neural tube defects. They said that came back positive, which means there was some protein that they found in my blood. So they had to schedule an ultrasound appointment just to make sure the baby doesn't have any type of neural tube defects like spina bifida, hydrocephalus, anencephaly, I believe, like where the skull doesn't fully close, or the spine is like open or whatever. So I'm just praying that nothing is wrong. My OBGYN did say that that test could have been positive, but it's just a screening, so it doesn't necessarily mean that something is wrong with the baby. So they're gonna do the ultrasound just to verify that there's nothing wrong. So fingers crossed that there's nothing wrong with her. Yeah, so it's been tough, but 17 weeks, I'm almost halfway there, so that's a blessing. I'm just praying that everything goes well from here on out. And that's actually my OBGYN office right there, right across the street from the hospital. This is the room. They didn't put me on the labor and delivery floor, which was weird. They put me on a health and surgery floor or something like that. So they're not really tending to the baby as I feel like they should. Like, if they would have put me on labor and delivery floor, the nurses would have known to come in here and check the baby's heart rate and everything. But because I'm not on a labor and delivery floor, they're not really checking the baby. They're just making sure I'm okay. So when I get home, I'm just check her heart rate with my Doppler that I have. I look so dusty. My 24th birthday is in 2 weeks. I have a photo shoot next week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to cancel it or not yet. So we'll see how the next few days goes. So today I am 18 weeks and I'm in the hospital. I lost a baby today. I had a scheduled OBGYN appointment and there was no heartbeat. So they sent me to the emergency room in labor and delivery to basically induce me. So they put some pills inside of me to induce me. So I'm just waiting for labor to start. It's completely different from last time because last time everything happened naturally and I had already pushed the baby out before they came in, and then they gave me medicine so I can push out the placenta. But this time I have to wait for everything to start. I don't know. I'm pretty numb. I feel like, I don't know how I feel. The pain feels the same, like I'm reliving the worst day of my life, but I don't really know how to express it this time. I just feel failed, like a failure, and just I don't know. And then Al's not here again, so I'm not alone, but I wish he was home. My mom is here. She went downstairs to go get something to eat, but she was on lunch break when I was at my OBGYN appointment. So my doctor had me call her. She came right over. So yeah, I'm gonna try to document everything that I can, because I know there's millions of women who go through this. And as y'all know, this is my 4th failed pregnancy. I had a miscarriage in February at 13 weeks, and now I'm miscarrying again in July at 18 weeks. 2 weeks before my due date for my last pregnancy. 2 weeks before my birthday. So, yeah. Right now they have me on a liquid diet. They bought me broth and tea, apple juice. So, I'm gonna eat this. And then they're supposed to be coming back in soon. They have me connected to the monitor to see if I'm having contractions. They're probably gonna be coming in here soon to put more inside of me to get this labor started. So I'm in a regular labor and delivery room. And I'm gonna try to be as real as possible, as raw as possible. And to be honest, I'm just like really shaky and I keep dazing off. Like, I don't know. So it is 3:05 in the afternoon. It's the next day. I believe it's Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. But the last clip y'all saw, I was just explaining everything to y'all. So they induced me at like 4, like around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and they just kept giving me like small dosages at a time, like to get the labor started. And then at 11 is when I started having really bad contractions. And by the time I was calling a nurse to give me pain medication, I pushed the baby out, and that was at 11:14. And then it took me about 20 minutes. Well, it took it about 20 minutes for the placenta to come out. And right now I'm in the bathroom on the toilet. I was on a lot of fluids, so I'm constantly up and down on the toilet. But yeah, today is so hard because obviously you know why, but it's just the fact that well, I had a really high fever the entire time I was in labor. It was 102.8, and so they have to keep me for an additional 24 hours to make sure that I don't get that fever again. It did end up breaking at like 6 in the morning, so they just have to monitor me, make sure I don't get that fever again. And then I should probably go home tomorrow morning. And just the thought of that is just like, I'm really doing this. Like, I really have to do this again. And it's like, yeah, I have a lot of support, which is always appreciated, but even though I know like my family and friends, like, it's hurting as well, but it's like, you can shut that off and go back to your normal life. I can't. For the last 4 weeks, I've been like really sick. I ended up getting Hyperemesis, Gravidarum. So my entire life has just been about this pregnancy. So, now that it's over again, I have to go home to basically nothing. I don't know. And then I've always hated the treatment that mothers like who experience miscarriages in the hospital receive, because they put the little note or pad or whatever they put on the door, so you really don't get that much attention. They try to not come in the room and bother you as much or whatever, which is understandable, but it's like, I still need things. I don't like, I feel like I shouldn't have to be calling the nurse. I feel like you should be coming in here more often to see what I need, to see if I need something, to see if I'm okay, instead of me having to call you. So just now I was like, let me put it to the test. So the lady came in to take my dinner order, and I was like, do you guys do the fancy dinner? She's like, oh yeah, we do, but that's after you have a baby. I'm like, I don't know. It's just, I get so tired of just not being validated as a mother or as a real mother, because I don't have any living children. And I don't know. I don't know anything anymore, but that's the update. I'll let y'all know a little bit more about this pregnancy experience this time around later. Yeah, ready, set, go. Oh snap! I'm about to cry.